Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Love Island Cast Australia. I am Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
G'day, mate. Seems like ages since we spoke and gave some terrible accents.
Yeah, we're not getting any better, mate. We're fucking useless.
Hey, I've got to say, Chris, and I know we're talking about Love Island Australia, but it's the same neck of the woods. But New Zealand, your boys took a hell of a beating at the weekend.
I didn't say that, everyone. Dave did.
A hate mail directed at me.
Yeah. I'll be doing the
Chris
whole.
Phelps, that's the one. Yeah.
yeah, fuck off, yeah. Now, Dave, today we're going to be reviewing the episode 15, which was aired on Sunday. What did you think of what was going on in the villa today?
Yeah, so, I mean, we have to start with Aaron's choices, don't we? So I was feeling a bit gutted. I thought, they didn't show the episode on Friday, which threw us out a little bit because we don't normally do a Sunday episode. And I just felt sorry for Jessie. I thought she might go because I thought, well, if Aaron's going to keep two in and she knows Jessie's head is with Gerard, then why would he pick her? But he did end up picking her, and he ended up picking Bianca and then got to take him out on a date. So I thought that was quite interesting. But I tell you what, Chris, he wasn't happy when Jessie said that her and Gerard had a bit of a snog. His face was like thunder, wasn't it?
Luckily, one of them bits of fruit fell on the floor and sort of distracted the whole thing. But no, what I found bizarre though, Dave, yeah, he did say that. I think he was like, I'm going to go with I think he picked Jessie to keep the Islanders on side, because if he'd come in and picked one of the bomb squad, he's been watching it. He knows the scores. She's an original member of the island, Dave. He would not be popular at all. So I think that was a bit of game playing. He knew that her and Owen was sort of on the rocks. He'd obviously probably seen Owen with Jordan, the bomb squad. But then what made me laugh is, and I'm thinking, you, mate, are an absolute fucking game player again. Oh, I'm interested in Cynthia. Oh, is that because she's fucking single and you know that you can pair up with her without having to... I was just like, I'm not saying he can't be interested in Cynthia, but I was thinking, we've not seen any communication between the two of them. And he's gone from taking Jessie on the date. As soon as she pied him off, he went, well, I'm interested. I think it was Isabel and Cynthia. And I'm like, what, the two girls who are not with anybody? Yeah. Well, that's original. Because I'd seen online this guy, Aaron, Dave, I know he's a soldier and all that, so, good on him that he served his country and stuff. But he's actually been in a few shows, and he's notorious, I think, as a bit of an Instagram, bit of a player. So I don't know what show he was on, but I saw a lot of the ladies on the Facebook page just giving it in, saying, why couldn't you get a more original cast member? He's someone who's already got a bit of a profile. He's been on other shows. So I think so for me, because I'd read that before we'd even watched this episode, I'm thinking, Billy bullshitter. He's just going to do what he needs to do to stay in the villa at the moment.
Yeah, Billy bullshitter. That really makes him stand out from the crowd, doesn't it? I mean, they're all in Instagram whores, aren't they? They're all after fucking extra followers. Every one of them's got an Instagram page. So I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is, as they say.
No,
they're all like that. They're all after a few extra followers. They're all got their sexy photos on Instagram. So I don't know. I think he just suits the villa perfectly, to be honest. It's just that 90s hair that I can't take my eyes off. I don't know whether he's just going to, at the end of the day, just take it off and just, put it on the side of the bed.
No, and I think what I found really stood out for me, Dave, on the day is, could Jessie get an even lower cut top to wear? Because every time we seem to see her, them bras and tops just seem to keep getting lower and lower. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think Aaron, I don't know where he put his eyes. Because I was thinking, at one point, I'm not joking, at one point I actually thought there was a bit of boobicle showing, Dave. I'll be honest with you, I did. I didn't zoom in or anything, but I'm just saying I thought there was something going on there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot on show, but I tell you what, Chris, my favourite bit of the episode tonight was when they were playing the old charades, and Jessie actually said, "Oh, sorry, Jessie was twirling her hair," and Anna goes, "Prostitute." And I was thinking, yeah, I can kind of see where you're going with that.
Because you have that call shit on. But I think the problem is, Dave, that's one of them ones where it's like, engage your brain, don't say it. Oh, I've said it anyway. Fuck it. You know, I mean, Jeff wasn't happy, Dave. It was pissing me so.
Sorry to digress a bit. Have you seen We Are the Millers? Or We're the Millers, rather?
No.
With
Oh, yes, I
Jennifer
have. Yes, I
Aniston.
have. Yeah.
And they're doing like Pictionary. Well, it's not charades, but the one where you draw.
Yeah.
So, like we call it Pictionary. I don't know. There's probably another word for it in the different countries. And the guy's trying to draw a skateboard, but he draws it kind of a 45-degree angle, and he's a bit shit at drawing. So Jennifer Aniston's character's like, cock, a big black cock. And everyone else is like, fucking shut up. But she just won't stop saying it. So it kind of reminded me a bit of that.
I remember that film very well, Dave. I've always had a thing for Jennifer Aniston. She's rather nice.
Oh, the bit of a pole dance thing that she had going on with a bit of Aerosmith playing. I remember that one.
I'm not sure about her making out of her son, but anyway, not a fake son.
Just very wrong, that one. And the other daughter walks in. It's like, what the fuck? People who haven't watched this are just thinking, what fucking sort of movie is this?
Yeah, it's a good movie, actually. It's quite funny, isn't it? But
it is.
Dave, I want to call out and I want to defend at the same time. So Chris could be walking that double standard I like to walk. But Cassie, right? So she does a bit of digging with Luke, doesn't she? Luke, totally up front. He didn't exactly give the best acceptance speech when he come back in from the bomb squad, did he? He was just like, well, I went for her. And, I wasn't even sure up to when I came in who was picking. So I get that. She's pissed off, feeling a bit disheartened. Now, Cassie has got a bit of form, Dave, for pissing people about. We've had Phoebe. Luke, obviously, before he went out with the bomb squad, the girls went, into the hideaway and the bomb squad came in. She basically just pied him off, didn't she? And she was having none of it. She totally just sort of just completely pissed him about. Who was it before Phoebe, Dave, that she'd done the same to? And she was just so cold with.
Was she with? Oh, I can't think now. Was she with Gerard?
I think Adam with her for a day or so. It might have been Gerard, actually, but I can't remember now. But she's got form for this, right? So normally you'd feel sorry for her. I'd be like, yeah, he's pissed about, and yeah, he shouldn't have kissed that other girl. He said he was exploring it, but he'd had all the signals from her that they weren't together. It's not like real life where you just literally go from one bed to the other. This is what the show's about. You've got to be coupled up to stay in the show. And as you said about the Instagram followers, and I've said, it's basically a popularity contest at the end of the day, and that's determines whether they have a full-time career outside of this show. Unfortunately, that's the way of what Love Island is at the moment. But she starts digging him out. So she speaks to, is it Isabel he kissed, Dave?
Isabel, yeah.
Isabel, yeah. She speaks to her. She speaks to Luke. He goes, it's literally 2 minutes. And just to soften the blow, and she had a retainer in. I was like, oh, mate, just be quiet. And I'm thinking, there's no way it was, it was 2 seconds. I thought, there's not a chance. I remember watching it. Speaks to her. She just puts it blames it all on Luke. And then she starts digging Luke out I'm like, oh, we've seen all this before. She's the ice queen. I just don't understand why she's in the villa if she's going to sort of be upset over something, because it's not like Adam and Cartier. If Adam had been slogging a girl, like what happened in the UK one day with some of the people when they got with the in Casa Amor, then that's fair enough. And in previous seasons, but it wasn't even like that. They weren't even a couple. He was after her, and she just, once they got together, she fucked off talking to her mates, didn't she? We called her out. And I'm finding it hard to have any sympathy for her because I genuinely don't understand what she's doing in the villa.
Yeah, now I'm sure I've said before, especially after the whole Phoebe thing, I was like, I'm done with Cassie. I think I don't see it exactly the same way as you on this one, though. I can kind of, because we know her and, we know her a bit better now, I just think she is a bit more guarded, and she's right to be suspicious, isn't she? She's right to be asking the questions. Because what I've not heard her say is, well, hang about, Matthew walked in with Isabel. So by the time you walked in and you said you were only making that choice, at the last minute, you didn't have a choice to make. Now, I don't know if, behind the scenes, do they make the choices before and then the order they come out are arbitrary? But she's not even asked that question. So I think if that was me, I'd be asking the question. It's like, well, did you really have a choice to make? So I don't know. She's got a decision to make, hasn't she? She's either got to go with it or not. And I think I don't know. I think Luke is honestly kidding himself that he thinks there's a future with Cassie, because I just don't see it at all. He's like, yeah, I'm really happy. Bloody ecstatic, me. He's just,
Yeah.
And she even said, well, you didn't seem that happy, and he was like, no, I was. It's like, I don't know. He's almost like in that, I don't want to liken it too much to an abusive relationship, but just in an unhappy relationship where it's just, they're just staying together out of convenience. I just don't really see that there's a future in there. And I'm not really buying that, if he'd have picked first, he would have picked Cassie. I think he had that decision taken away from him. And but Isabel, has completely moved on mentally, it seems. But I doubt Cassie will. I think it's always going to be there. It's going to niggle away at her.
Mm. I think you're right. Now, Dave, obviously, we threw out a couple of questions to our listeners, and we've had an email from a couple of people. So I'm going to read one of them out, and you're going to have a go at the second one. And this one's from Sarah.
Have a go. I'm not in early learning. I'm reading,
Or maybe that wasn't the right choice of words, Chris. You could have read the second email. Maybe that's a bit like my prostitute line, Dave. You know what I mean, Anna? I'm gonna ship over these fucking email now, don't I? Right, here we go. So Sarah Young's emailed in entitled "Good Day." Hello, I'm a huge fan of the podcast. Owen, I'm spelling it this way. She spelled it O-W-E-N, like most people. Yes, I agree. The question is, will Isabel call him out to the villa? Will it ever come out that Owen grabbed Isabel's bum like the way you see a drunk person eat a kebab? Offensively, on a Saturday night, it's just horrific. Then he says, I've always wanted Jordan. He just realised that he's not top dog. I don't understand him. He is gaslighting Jesse and even Matt. I hope Jesse and Isabel call him out, or Cassie, or the entire villa. Matt is a bit daft. It's true, but simple and wants a good pash. That means kiss, I think, Dave, done it? Pash, yeah, pash. Yeah. Also, I'm gunning for you is like saying I'm backing you. It's an Australian term. Truly, it seems absolutely crazy. Love the podcast, Sarah. Sorry. That thing was what we asked about, wasn't it, Dave, the gunning for you? Because for us, that means going at somebody in the UK. So thanks for clearing that one up, Sarah. And quite a few things there, Dave. I think she's right, the way he grabbed Isabel. Because we said that at the time, didn't we? It was just a bit cocky of him, to be honest, to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, just a very strange lad.
I do think, like I say, he's not formed this personality since he's been in the villa. I just think he is a bit like that on the outside. So still not warm to him at all. He didn't actually have that much screen time tonight, did he? So, we've not focused on him as we have been doing, but again, he's still a bell end.
He's a bell end, and I agree. I was glad it wasn't the Owen show. The only thing we did see was him getting his hair plaited, and the less said about that, the fucking better. So, Dave, seems like you're going to have a go at this email.
Well, what I won't do is have a go at the accent. So this one's from Liz Hall, and it says, "Hey guys, greetings from the USA." Hence, I'm not going to do the accent. I just found your podcast and absolutely love it. I don't know anyone who watches any of the Love Island programs, so I need people to listen. Ha. I didn't do a very good ha there, did I? You guys are saying exactly what I'm thinking. No, you are not alone. I absolutely cannot stand Owen. He is so sleazy and obsessed with himself. I hope the other islanders wake up to that soon and he falls flat on his face. I've been so impressed by Adam as the show goes on. Him and Cartier have what it takes to be one of the strongest couples in Love Island history. I'm interested, though, to see how Aaron will shake up the villa and who he will pursue. Anyways, keep up with the show. So thank you very much, Liz. Really appreciate that. And yep, it sounds like we're all on the same page. And it's fantastic. We love having this conversation. And we know there's a bunch of people out there, don't we, that, don't really have a circle where they can discuss Love Island. And I know, Chris, when life gets in the way for us, when we watch an episode and I can't speak to you about it, it's like, fucking hell, who can I talk to? So, yeah, no, all good stuff.
That wasn't a bad goal, that, Dave. You're going to punch me, aren't you, Dave?
Oh, yeah. You did well there. We'll upgrade you to the next level of reading.
I might let you read the next one, Dave. But yeah, no. So fucking patronising. I didn't mean it that way at all. Sorry. Wasn't one of my better moments. Apologies, everyone. But no, I think it sort of validates what we'd said about our great Irish Liam Neeson wish he was. And the less said about him, the better, Dave. Now, is there anything going into the next episode, Dave, that you foresee? Or
Well, I just want to read out a few things from Twitter as well, because we've had a bit from that as well. Is that all right?
Yep. You're not going to let these fucking go, are you?
No. So one we've had is from @BoozeBooksPod. So that's the Books and Booze podcast, and it says, been watching the latest Love Island Australia and loving listening to the Love Island podcast in between episodes. So far, my favourite couple is Anna and Luke. Hope I got the right twin there. And I don't know, I'm with you there. I always get them the wrong way around. Her nerves when he came back from the bomb squad. Love from South Africa. So that's fantastic. Thank you very much. And I completely agree that they actually look like they're a pretty good couple, don't they?
Mm.
Oh, Luke and Anna.
Josh.
And again, is it Josh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, it's not you.
For future reference, I'm just going to refer to them as the twins, like one of the twins. I'm going to identify them by the ladies that they're with. I tell you what, Chris, just as an aside, do you not think, I mean, they're both pretty much identical. I still, facially, I can't tell them apart. Do you not think the old shaved head works a bit better for whichever one's got a shaved head?
Luke, yeah, it does. It does work better. I think he looks better, Dave.
Yeah, I do. Because when it pans across to the other one, who by process of elimination must be Josh, I just think it looks a bit weird. So, yeah. I mean, I think them two, and also Adam and Cartier as well, do look pretty good. Look to be getting a little bit frisky there in the hideaway as well.
yeah, Adam and Cartier, and she's, she was quite nervous, to be fair. She said he basically gives her the flutters, Dave. That's great. I think these two are probably the only ones who'll survive out of the villa. Now, Dave, I have breaking news, and I don't think you know about this. Now, you may be upset about this. Okay, so prepare yourself. This isn't in relation to Love Island Australia. It's in relation to Love Island UK. And the main man, the main star of Love Island UK, Ovi, he's only going to split up with India, Dave.
Oh, no.
Told you. Give it a few months and them deals have dried up, Dave, and it's all over.
Oh, well, that sucks, doesn't it? I thought that was one of the couples that could have had a chance. And actually, again, going back to Twitter, so we've got Vivian at Podcast Vultures, and she says that Cashel and Kira have just broke up. And it says, but to be fair, they made a good go of it. Are you surprised by the final four couples are still together? I'm impressed. So there you go, Chris. Some of them are together. And it says, CBS just reported that Love Island, says, yes, streaming numbers surpassed all of their other shows combined. So I think that might be a little bit of a typo there. It must be US. So that's pretty good, isn't it?
It is, Dave, and it also means for you that we're doing a lot more of these podcasts.
For fuck's sake. No, so we did actually say with the US one that they seem to be a bit more genuine, so it wasn't as cynical. So the UK's been going a lot longer, so people know the formula, they know the game playing and everything. Whereas in the US one, and to a lesser extent with the Australian one, you know, there's not as much game playing going on, it seems.
No, I think it's a bit more real, Dave. They're a bit more grounded, to be honest. A
Yeah.
lot of the UK ones are tossers.
Yeah. That's very true. And the last one I'll just say, and this is at Sarah Directs on Twitter. It just says, "Love your podcast, guys. All your comments on Owen are absolutely on point. Do not worry." And so I guess, you know, I think we can conclude that our Douchebag of the Year award did go to the rightful place.
It did, Dave. And another big shout out to one of our followers and friends on Twitter who's been with us for the whole of the Love Island cast is Raven T, who was actually doing a bit of promoting for us, Dave, on the Australian Twitter channel, and actually said the Brits are watching, you know, listen to these guys, really funny. So big thanks to Raven T as well.
Yeah, legend. He's always giving us a good shout out, isn't he?
He is,
what
yeah.
a guy.
Good man. Right, guys, if you want to get in contact with the show, at Love Island Cast on Twitter, and if you want to email the show, as we've played out for you today, read out for you, is the loveislandcast@gmail.com. And if you do like the show, please get onto your podcast catching app and just drop us a review. Just helps us grow and gets us out there to more people. So, Dave, have you got anything to lead us out with today, my friend?
Not a sausage.
Oh, well, Dave, you've had a good go. So we'll see you next time.
Bye now.